Hello, everybody. How's it going? My name is Klaus. This is my house, and today we're back over here at County Crossing. Now you can see this thing over here has changed. It did go out one more, but I couldn't figure out a way to move that fire or even disable it. So I decided to just like leave it, and we'll I don't know make this intersection kind of like a loading bay, as it were. I guess is probably the best way to put it. This will be where people come and kind of hang out. We'll have some ramen drops. Get people set up over there, probably have something under here as well. And all in all, that should probably be okay. I took the liberty then of making this pathway, which took a decent amount of time, not too much. So I'm not super worried about anything over here, honestly. The one thing that I'm maybe thinking about doing is turning this into a home. That's the only other thing that I'm really kind of throwing around in my mind right now as to something that could be done to kind of, I don't know, differentiate this just a tiny little bit, because on this other side we're going to have a fairly large building, which we're going to start right now. When I say fairly large, I guess that's maybe too crazy of a word for what's really going to be happening over here. What we might even want to do, and I suppose we could do it, is have another like another area for craziness, where we just yeah, we wouldn't be enough for two. I mean, we could do that. Looks weird, but not necessarily bad. If we're gonna have this come up, then we don't really need that to be anything special. We could just end up putting some defensive stuff right there, which wouldn't be a bad idea. Well, let's go ahead and actually put that gate. Fences, right? Fences, junk fences, and our gate. Our junk ass gate. So not that bad. Fit. All in all. And we can probably take that and move it down just a little bit. Probably by 10. And that way it just hits the ground. And yeah, that's about right. That is about right. Alright, and then the good part about that is we can then put some guard posts. And I mean, this is definitely going to block things, but it's not terrible. I mean, it could just be that we have that one side have the guard post. Because I'm not super worried about it past that. Yeah, so let's just live and let live with that one. Alright, so we got this thing, and we'll have that. And this should be where we start going up. So we're going to pull this up by 40. Hopefully that's the right way. Good, it is. Okay, so they can go down here into this house, or we'll have them go up into this one. Now the question here is how to go about this one. Right, because that's if I take this one and I move it down by 40, does it actually go in? Oh, it's just a little bit above. Perfect. So we're going to kind of have like a multi-level house here, which I think is going to be pretty sick. Haven't done a lot of these before. Generally, when we build a house, everything is on one particular level. So it kind of adds to the whole... Ah, you motherfucker. Adds to the whole uniqueness of this particular one. Thank you. And that should be okay. All right. So this will interfere ever so slightly, but the nice part about it is that we should be okay. Yeah. So we just do a roof like that. Now the bottom is roofed, and one could argue that we would. Well, do we want it like that, or do I want it like that? I think this makes more sense to me. I mean, we're extending it out into an area that we don't really use a whole lot. Besides, it's kind of a nice square area for us to do some interesting things in. So that will be that. We are still far enough up here to where we get something kind of cool. Let's go ahead and start throwing some walls and just see how it ends up turning out. All right, and this is essentially going to be where we have that other house now. And the only thing we really have left to do on that is to get it supported. So in that case, I'm going to use the barn stuff just because, not that the warehouse stuff looks particularly bad, but I do just kind of like the barn stuff better, especially if we're going to do wood stuff. At that stage in the game, it's kind of like, why use anything else? So that one actually looks like it's going in the ground. These ones kind of don't. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Alright, so we are all supported up. We can all be happy about this. Run out that way. Alright. So this will be one house. I guess we could maybe put a guard post like right there, but I'm a little worried it would mess with the flow. Granted, why not? Why not? We got something like that. You might as well take advantage of it. Now I'm going to do the same thing that I did for the house. If you could. Not quite sure what you're... Oh, I know what you're snapping to. Anything? Anything? There we go. And let's get ourselves that guard post. All right. Do that one, and then we pull it up. I think we pulled the other one up by 10. Yeah. Oops. All right. That looks good. Looks real nice. Like sugar and spice. Alrighty. And I don't think we've overdone it with the metal or anything like that. So we're doing pretty damn good. It's not as, at least from here, as like one entrance only, especially for this part. This part is kind of standalone, more or less, which is okay. I think we're still fine. You know what? I know we kind of did that, but I don't... I like the idea more of having like a half one. Right, and then we can do something like that. So it's still It's still larger. It's not perfectly square, but it's not as much space that we're going to end up having to fill in, which I always like it when I have to fill in less stuff. And I'm still kind of fiddling around with the idea of like, is it worth it? But like, yeah, kind of is it worth it to even fill the stuff in? It's just kind of, why is that happening? There we go. That's what we needed. But yeah, there's very little incentive to do a lot of filling in, if that's the word that we want to use. We can do very, very simple things, but as far as like getting really crazy in the decorations, I think I would rather do kind of like smaller little things. I mean, like literally this one, right? Like if we just did this in a video, I would fill it in and I would do my damnedest to make sure it looked good. But in this situation, it just doesn't seem like it's really worth it. Especially with the fact that we just want to get to the vault stuff. We want to get rid of you know, homemaker and just a lot of extra little things. So that's oh, that was the thing. All right, yeah, yeah. Oh wow. Well, that looks neat. No, I don't want. There we go. That's what I want. I didn't want it to be a lower ceiling. I want it to go low when we go low. But yeah, not right off the bat. So let's go ahead and we'll go over and just take a look at this. And it doesn't look terrible. So I guess we can accept it. Yeah, so let's try that instead, actually. Could be... I would like it like that. There we go. And... yeah, but just bring it down. Thank you. Alright. I'm figuring this one out. I think if we go with the fat one, then that takes care of our problems slightly. Right, because that is very small. Good. So we don't get as much of a gap with this one. Oh, damn. I put two of those. Did I? Oh, yeah. We're all good? We're all good. Okay. And I like this a little bit better. I don't know. It just looks nicer. So let's go and get our supports going again. Because we can't forget about those. Alright, so as happy as I am with all of this, which I gotta admit, I am quite crazy about, we should probably start working on our regular old stuff again. And I realized there I have picked the wrong walls, so let's go ahead and get that straightened out. There we go, and let's get some roofs onto these guys. And some metal ones, because I don't want to forget those again. All right. Yeah, that looks pretty nifty. And we should probably now start... Whoa. Yeah. What do you want to do, McCready? Can't tell if you're trying to go or not. There we go. Okay, that was becoming troublesome. Other way. There we go. Definitely kind of odd getting used to the, like, what the fuck is... I don't understand the difference. Is one just higher? I think that's because of the supports. That's what I'm gonna go with. Well, looks like we're gonna go save some people. That actually looks pretty nice as we're walking up to it as well. So this is another nice little view of the settlement. I think we're gonna do a pretty decent job at keeping people out. Now, the problem might be that we keep people out too well, and we'll find that out in the long run. Right now, we needn't worry about it. So, resources, is that what we want? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Transform a social foible to community benefit. Does that still do the drugs? I forget exactly what this is all about. Power of the atom to improve size. Yeah, we'll take a look into that stuff in the future. So a Brahmin feed trough. Let's go dump one there because this kind of seems like a nice area for it actually. And I'm looking at it, it's just so carved out, especially for this, which is really, really good. And that'll keep the Brahmins, for the most part, away from any sort of important thing. And then for now, that's what we'll do. So we'll just have that one. I don't know how that's going to end up playing out in the long run, but we'll see. So this, I don't know why he doesn't give up on this and walk down this way. And then this way. And then this way. And then this is where we need to actually start, taking care of stuff. Jesus Christ, you are so dumb and greedy. Has anyone ever told you that? I don't think they have. The question now is, one, what is... Oh, that seller's not even stopping here. I guess no one stops here. So McCready's going to keep trying. Keep trying all you want, but you're not going to get in. You see that? That's a damn wall. Wow. I thought I had seen everything. And then McCready existed. Yeah, you guys are not doing a great job at this whole, like, there's only one entrance thing, are you? Alright, so McCready's figured it out. Nick, on the other hand, is not ever going to figure it out. Because he's Nick, he's a synth. He doesn't quite understand things. You know what? You know what? That doesn't need to be that way. That doesn't need to be that way. What we're going to have is two houses. This is a tale of two houses right here. And that should be good enough. Alright. Oh. Well, I should probably facilitate that. Because we don't want people to have to walk all the way around, all over the place. There we go. Alrighty. Look at how smart McCready was, Nick. Yeah, you are literally watching him like, you motherfucker, how did you get up there? How did you do that? You're a damn crazed man being able to get up there like that. In fact, let's push that the other way. And we can even come back with some metal roofs at this point and then try and do some sort of combined roof. Which all in all doesn't look too bad. Nick has finally figured out that you got to get on this side to get up. And I'd rather just have the one in the middle. So let's take it out like that and do. That's not bad. And we just got to sink it down. One more. There we go. Perfect. All right, awesome. And that's so. I'm almost thinking that we make this 2 different houses. It would kind of make the most sense to me to do it that way. These ones not go in the center? I suppose they don't. You know what we can do though? We can just use the half walls and vanilla extensions under wood. And that can kind of solve our problems. And then, yeah, there's one over there. So we'll end up doing, oh, I don't know, that one. That one seems like a decent one. Alrighty. And then basically what we've done here now is just stuck people in the same old trap that we've always been putting them in. You got a shared wall, my friends. You have a shared wall. In fact, we could even do kind of like shared balcony type things. That would be kind of sick. Oh, what am I doing? I need to go to walls, not floors. Right, and then we get this one here. God, the amount of options is a little insane. Just give me one of them. There we go. Oop, we're getting close to that build limit, which I still haven't changed yet. So this is kind of another interesting point, is we've built a lot, and we still haven't hit the limit. This should be pretty nice, though. Just kind of like looking at it. Who wouldn't want to live here? Who wouldn't? I'm sure plenty of you wouldn't, because, you know, no internet, no electricity, no nothing like that. But it actually looks kind of good. Let's go take a look from the other end. Kind of get an idea of what the situation is like. Yeah, I like that. I do like that. The one thing that we're going to have to kind of be aware of, though, is the fact that we do need a way to get in. And I think for the most part, this is going to be it. This is going to be our way down into the swamplands below. They're not swamplands, but it is most definitely. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Because that would be so great if it stopped there. Just stop there, damn it. Okay, so wire fences is what we were, and we just put a post. And that should be okay. Probably gonna cut into that just a little bit, but I mean, it looks realistic enough. Yeah. Cool. Down with it. So that's our way to get down. Which means that we can actually make tiny homes. As if some of our homes weren't small enough. And again, these are going to kind of follow our general concepts. There we go. Of like a half wall, that kind of thing. And we already set these up to pretty much be homes. So there's just going to be this option to go through into here. And that's already nice and set up. Looks interesting enough. Oh, and I do need to put that wall there. All right. And should be good with something maybe like this. Right, we're not sticking up anywhere, I don't think. We can go over to our metal roofs and use those pretty cool curved ones. Now, there's still a lot of stuff. Still a lot of stuff that we haven't used from, what do you call it? Oops, Vanilla Extended. So there's things to be mindful, I suppose, about that. But for the moment, I think we'll be fine. It's not that I'm necessarily avoiding using it. It's just I don't think that we need to use a whole lot of it. But the stuff that we are using has been very, very helpful. Very, very useful, just in general. I think that is fair enough. And in fact, if we can pull this down to where those guys overlap, yeah, like that, can't even tell. Can't tell at all. That looks good. That looks good, and it's safe, right? So we can't just, I mean, I'm sure we can. Nope, no, if you just try and do it, we're not able to actually go over it. So that's good. We're just making this the safest damn place anybody's ever been. That's all. All right, and then we basically can just kind of have a ball with this now. All right, so there we go. And then this will take us down. This will end up being a house over there. Something of that nature. And it's actually coming along surprisingly good. Nothing more can be built. All right, I'm going to go fix this really quick, and we will be right back. All right, so as you guys can see, we kind of took a little bit of liberty there with, you know, putting up some more fences and stuff like that just around here. Kind of clearing up how we're walking across over there. I had a connector over there. So pretty much just kind of like laying stuff out. I think we're going to have to end this episode relatively soon. But the way that we're going to wrap it up is by taking care of this little section right here, more or less. I'm thinking that we're probably like fairly good in general. In fact, well, I don't like that. I don't like that. I shouldn't have done that. What I should do, though, is take this one out and start getting a little crazy with this, you know what I'm saying? Do that. And then a larger floor. Maybe something more like this. And we don't necessarily need to go in there at all. Just something like this. Right, and we can use that as a nice little... In fact, I don't really even think we need that. I think the metal ones seem like a decent thing to use. So I'm almost thinking just for like supported walkways and stuff like that, use the metal ones. Because I don't know why. I'm being 100%. I don't know why, but it just makes more sense to do that way. I don't know why. I just do. Can we get this? Thank you. And what I'm thinking here is that we put it in a corner and kind of watch that way. Now the problem is it's going to want to snap. But we've dealt with situations like this before. All right, so that's not that bad. And then go back in here, we do something like that, and then we realize our flaws, we pull it back in, drop one of those, drop one of those, even put one in the front probably. All right, and they'll have to deal with that, but it's not horrible. I mean, it could definitely be worse. Could definitely be much, much, much worse. The question is, how much are we kind of hanging out there? A little bit. A little bit. And the way to go and do that... Let's go into our warehouse stuff, and we'll use the metal supports on this. Because I think in this particular circumstance, since we're using the metal floors, the metal supports, makes sense. Indeed they do. And we don't really have to do it on this side. You could argue that we actually come and get some decent support over here, so I'm not going to worry about that. Where am I? Am I going to worry about that? We went to the other side. Do we do it there? Do we do it there? Maybe we should do it in both places and we just get a little crazy. Oh, thought I was going to be able to get back in there. Here we go. It's like we do parkour, except it's not. Alright. Not that bad. Not that bad. Everything is now more or less equally supported. And we have this, another little outpost for guarding. So at least we're not going super crazy. Now, I don't know if he's still in here. He wasn't. But McCready actually wandered in here, which is good because so far I pretty much have the confirmation that people in my settlements are going to be able to get into the things that I'm building. There's nothing that's more frustrating, in my opinion, than building something and then just realizing that the AI pretty much refuses to go anywhere near it. It's just not as fun, let's say. Speaking of fun, this might be fun if we do something like this. Yeah. We don't need to put it out that way. We can kind of close it off on that side. In fact, I'll use the metal one because I like it. We can use that. This is confusing. Whoa. Alright, we're gonna have to get rid of some of these things. Alright. Yeah. Okay. And I guess that's the only way that one goes. Okay, so we're good. We are all good. Alright. Whoops. And we'll grab this one. And we want the inside of it. There we go. And we can get this one over here, and then we're going to have to... Well, I suppose we don't have to. My guess is we could probably get the regular old doorway, which we're barely using at this point. and get that one going instead. I don't want the modded door. Where's the regular door? Do I not have the regular door anymore? I don't have the regular. Oh, wait. Ah, yeah. Okay. Whew. Got a little scared there. Not gonna lie. And let's go ahead and just not that. There we go. Do some of that. The roofs are getting a little funky over here, but that's okay. Kind of is what it is. You only get so much. And then we go back over here. And then I might grab another big one. And try and line it up like that. And let's see how it looks from the outside. Pretty decent. I don't think we have too many areas where I guess we kind of have to fly to figure it out. It actually looks kind of cool. At least from like this angle here. I like that. I like the way that looks. But that's cherry picking. So if we went around this way, it doesn't look that bad. I have a feeling that those two roofs right there are gonna be wonky. Well, no, even then it's not that bad. Yeah, okay. So we've done quite a bit of house building today. We got that one over there. This was done the first episode. We finished up that one. I started over here, sort of, just placing stuff down. That might be a little wonky. We finished these two over here, so we got our tiny home and our slightly larger tiny home. And up here, we kind of have these cool, like, shared ones. So you go on one side, and you have a nice little balcony. Same thing from the other side. Nice view of what's going on. We're going to end up in the next episode dealing with this, and then trying to just wrap the rest of these around. Now, this is basically more of a walkway, but what I'm thinking is maybe right off of here, what we do is we try and pick it up, kind of like we did in the other ones, where we have just so many until we get to like a decent level. And then we try and have like a house over here that maybe comes on top of here in some weird way. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't quite figured out how exactly we're gonna do that whole deal. It's kind of a messy situation, but definitely need to kind of wrap this side up and then start working on just generally filling things in. Maybe adding a couple shops, figuring out a couple more things that we want to add to the settlement. Definitely gonna have to get the defenses going. Power is going to be probably the easiest thing that we're going to place. We're just going to tuck it somewhere that's really, really on the interior. That's going to be hard to kind of focus on. Probably in that corner right there, I would imagine. We might end up doing some other things, depending. But, something like right here would be a bad idea just because this side is so open, which is still okay. It's all okay. But this is definitely more kind of along the lines of what I was thinking of. We're not going to make it as tall, I don't think, but I do really, really like how far it's come along. So anyways, guys, I hope that you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, please let me know down below in the comment section. Otherwise, have a great day, great night, whatever it is to you, and I will see you back here next time for some more building in County Crossing.